Yo, we're up and running. How's it going, everybody? It is a windy Wednesday. Hope everybody's got the hatches battened down here in Ventura County. We are getting blown around like crazy today, and I hope everybody is doing well. It's that time. It's time for that weekly market update, and I want to go into Ventura County data, and then I've got some other data to show concerning active listings versus new listings and what the difference is and how we look today versus last year, year prior, and pre-pandemic levels. So lots of stuff to cover today. I'm going to try to keep it 10 minutes or less, I promise. And if you see something here that you want to comment on, just do so and I'll see it in the screen. Otherwise, you can send me a message if you want to discuss something deeper. I'm always here to discuss. I love to talk shop. All right. So here we go. I'm going to share a screen here. We're going to zip over to Ventura County data. So this is the county as of today coming through Altos Media, courtesy of my friend Brenda over at Consumers Title. And we're looking at the county with a median price of listings at $949, $975. Let's call it $950. I'm going to look to my right. Price per square foot. Important indicator, 536. You can see that's really leveled off here over the last couple of weeks. It's been a little rocky road, but it's been staying right in those low fives, right? Here we have here average days on market. That's just been that steady climb. We've been talking about this week over week. And average days on market are due to a lot of statistics, which we'll go into here in just a minute. And median days on market, 56. Price decrease, 41%. And we've discussed previously what's causing that, why the prices are getting some pressure, right, and causing price decreases. I have a listing right now in Thousand Oaks that we've had to decrease the price on. So I'm living it, boots on the ground. All right, those are homes. Let's go to condos here real quick. Here we got 575 is the median price of new listings. The median list price overall, again, Ventura County as a whole, $649. Price per square foot, $471. Take a little drop there from $476. Average days on market, 74. Median days on market, 42. Price decrease, 40%. Pretty in line with the single family residences as well. Okay. So that's the county as a whole. I'm not going to dive into any particular cities today because I want to dive into some other stuff that I picked up recently. I've been reading a lot of stuff from the economists, trying to define what's happening in today's market and doing some comparisons from today back to 2021, back to 2020, and then back into pre-pandemic levels, which I consider 17, 18, and 19. All right, so we're going to pop up something else here for you. Bing. Oh, better lose me. I'm going to be in the way here. Okay. There's Daniel Hale, chief economist, realtor.com. I like this. As the rapid run-up in rates reshapes housing market dynamics this fall, both buyers and sellers are taking a step back to recalibrate their plans. Pause. That step back is what's causing our days on market to increase that we looked at previously, okay? Home shoppers are looking at a monthly mortgage payment that is roughly $1,000 higher than at this time last year, and incomes are rising, but not by that much. Well, I can assure you that's the case. Home activity for sale rising, but still below pre-pandemic level. I love this graph. It's a little bit squirrely to look at, but hang in there. The top three lines up here are pre-pandemic levels, 17, 18, and 19. And you can see that the cadence of these 3 years is extraordinarily steady. Then we move into 2020, and you can see what happens to the active listings. As we go into the pandemic, and down she goes. Right? And then to 2021, we started out right about where we left off. Well, that would make some sense. We left off here in 2020, right there. Oops. And then we picked up right where we left off. And you can see that this 2021 graph line is pretty similar to pre-pandemic level cadence, but at a lower quantity. And then the red line, that thick old red line, is this year. And you can see there that the cadence is a little bit different, but most importantly, right here, October of 2022, right, we are plus 33.5% year over year. So what is that telling us? Well, you look right down here on 2021, and then here we are in 2022. So what do we have? We have 33.5% more homes available. Okay. So more homes on market. All right. So Sabrina Spinell, economic data manager, realtor.com. Despite this improvement in the number of homes actively for sale, active listings still lag their pre-pandemic levels. That's what I was showing in the previous graph. The number of homes, the number of homes actively for sale in October was 40.4% lower than pre-pandemic 17 through 19 levels. So we still are well below the pre-pandemic years, 17, 18, 19, which were considered the balanced market years. I love this stuff. All right, I want to talk about new listings versus active listings. There's a little bit of confusion out there. And new listings, a measure of sellers putting homes up for sale, they were down again. They dropped 13% from 1 year ago. So we have 13% less new listings than a year ago at this time. This week marks the 16th straight week of year-over-year declines in the number of new listings coming up for sale. Now, there's another chart here that I want to get in here. Here we go. This will also validate that. This is new listing below previous years. Pretty steady cadence on those pre-pandemic years. That's the light blue, the other medium blue, and the gray lines. Then you can see those green and gold years. Try to keep those all the same throughout the presentation. And then here we are in the red. Okay, so we're still well below where we were even during the pandemic years. This chart, I think, explains it the best. This chart covers new listings versus active listings. So when we look at the Ventura County data that we looked at in the beginning, showing the number of listings and active days on market, we need to separate the active listings versus the new listings, because some of this data looks like, wow, listings are coming on the market like crazy. Not the case. What's really happening is active listings are staying on the market longer. So the active listings are the blue, right? See how it's kind of on par here in June, even Steven. And then just before that, active listings were below new listings, active listings below new listings here, so on and so forth. But here, active listings below new listings, and the spread is getting bigger. So what does that mean? This is an important chart because while we have more inventory available for sale due to the pressure of the interest rates, as we discussed previously, we're not getting more new listings than we were this time last year. What we're getting is more listings staying on market for a longer period of time, i.e. total available listings, once again. So you can see what's happening here. Again, these are nationwide statistics, by the way. All right. Let's go here. I like this guy. Housing supply is still historically low. I like this graph too because it does a comparison and the inventory for the week ending on November 4th compared to the last 3 years. So if we look at the same week in 2021, well, we're 43.5% up in inventory. If we look at the same week in 2020, we're 8.5% up. But if we go down to 2019, again, pre-pandemic level market, we're still 36% behind 2019 for active inventory available for sale. So what does it mean? How do I get me back here? Where am I? There I am. Sorry, still learning all the software stuff. So what does it mean? It means that while we have more inventory on the market, not necessarily a high percentage of it is new listings, they're active listings, and we still are 36% below this time in 2019, which was pre-pandemic. So yes, we have more inventory, but we're still low. So we still have a bit of a supply and demand problem, in my opinion. One guy's opinion, anyhow. Okay. Go over here. There's still a gap between demand and supply because we were underbuilding for many years. So now we see demand is slowing, but it still outpaces supply. All right, that comes from senior economist, director of forecasting, National Association of Realtors. Way to go, Nada. I like that. So what she's saying is we still have a shortage of inventory from the numbers, right? Okay, buyers are still out there and willing to pay when they find the right home at the right price. This is important, which will provide a floor for the price declines we are currently seeing. But sellers need to do things right to attract the attention of these buyers. Pricing their home competitively and making their listing attractive to online home shoppers. Couldn't have said it better myself. That comes from Zillow. It was a press release October 31st. And I got one more here. I want to pop up here. This one. So this is home price forecast. I mean, I could squeak in on this one. Let me see here. Where am I? Come on now. Here I am. Let's try that. I could squeak in here on this one. That's good. So this is the home price forecast for 2023. We've got 5 forecasters here. They can't agree to disagree, that's for sure. But if you take an average, Zellman's always in the cellar. But if you take an average of this, they're calling for a flat market in 2023. Well, quite frankly, a flat market would be okay because right now we're going through what we're going through, seeing a little bit of price declines in the market as we rebalance it. And at the end of the day, a flat market would be just okay. Now, what's going to cause that flat market is more important. Here's what's going to cause it, if it's going to happen at all. So I'm sure you're all staying up to speed on what's going on with the Feds and the recent numbers with inflation, which is down to 7.7%. And everybody's like, yes, we're turning the corner. They're trying to get to 2%. So while we're going in the right direction with the latest numbers, we are far from being where they want us to be. And rest assured, one man's opinion, they're going to make sure they get what they want. So while I like the data that we got recently showing that we're turning the corner, we're going in the right direction, there's still a long way to go. So don't be surprised if the December meeting with the Fed still brings a 0.5 point increase to short-term interest rates. Some are saying it could be 0.75 point again, but I think 0.5 point. Now, what does that do to mortgage rates? Well, this latest news that came out, mortgage rates dropped like 0.6%, 0.6 point, just like that. Bond market reacted favorably to it, and our mortgage rates are tied to the 10-year Treasury yield bond. Okay, so there's a lot to soak in here. I know I'm bringing a lot today. I'm a geek, right? But at the end of the day, we have more inventory than we had this time last year. We still don't have enough supply to meet buyer demand, but homes are staying on market longer for multiple reasons. We can go into that on another webinar. But at the end of the day, that's the data that I've got for you today. What does it all mean? Well, it means that if our sellers are coming to market priced right, set up correctly, ready to show well online and in person, home's going to sell. End of story. Because there's still plenty of buyers out there looking for the right home at the right price. Otherwise, you come on too high, you get to be part of that price decrease statistic that we look at weekly for Ventura County. So just be cognizant to talk to your professional about where to price your home, how to prepare your home, and how to bring it to market correctly so the right eyes get on it and get attracted to it. On the buyer side, what do we have? Well, we've got a little bit of a dip in interest rates over the last week, which is positive. Now that we're down into the mid 6s versus the low 7s, but is it still a struggle? Sure it is. You saw the graph that I showed earlier where it's the average buyer is paying $1,000 more a month than they were previous to these rates going up. I've talked about it before. Talk to your professional or your lender. There are ways to mitigate that. Okay. You can always DM me if you'd like more information. I hope you like this stuff. I hope it's not too geeky, but I can't help myself. And I'll be back next week with some more information. If you want to see anything different, you want me to hone in on a certain city, anything at all, just reach out. Okay. Always here. Thanks for coming.